Have you ever walked past a graveyard and felt the weight of unseen eyes watching you? He thought it was superstition until the gravekeeper invited him in. Eric wasn't afraid of much. A late-night shortcut through the graveyard didn't faze him, even when his friends warned him about the old gravekeeper. He sees everything, they whispered, and he doesn't like trespassers. That night, Eric's footsteps crunched on the gravel path, the air heavy with the scent of damp earth. He paused when he saw the gravekeeper standing under the pale moonlight, his face obscured by shadows. "You lost, boy?" the man asked, his voice gravelly but calm. Eric shook his head, muttering something about being late, but the gravekeeper's eyes glinted as he said, "Then you should leave, before they notice you." Uneasy, Eric quickened his pace, but as he walked, he heard whispers, soft, disjointed voices echoing in the still air. He stopped and looked around, heart pounding, but there was no one there. Suddenly, the ground beneath him shifted, and skeletal hands clawed their way out, gripping his ankles. He screamed, thrashing, as the gravekeeper watched silently from the distance, a faint smile curling on his lips. Eric broke free and ran, tripping over headstones as the whispers grew louder, morphing into screams. He made it to the gate, breathless, only to find the gravekeeper standing in his path, holding an old, rusted lantern. "You should have listened," the gravekeeper said, as the gate slammed shut behind him on its own. Eric turned, the whispers now a deafening roar. Shadows formed around him, dragging him back toward the graves. The next morning, his friends found the graveyard eerily silent. The only sign of Eric was his name etched into a fresh tombstone. Some shortcuts are better left unexplored. Enter the shadows. Subscribe to Screams in the Dark, where the graveyard comes alive.